Hey there folks, in this video we're going to take a look at a 2014 Math Olympiad functional problem in which we're given a functional equation and we're supposed to use that functional equation to find f of 2014. But before we go on, consider subscribing and ring the bell to not miss my latest videos, and hit the like button if you find this video helpful. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this equation and I'm going to solve it for f of x. Then I'm going to use f of x to find f of 2014. Simple, right? But the major question is that how can I solve this equation for f of x? How can I do that? Well, I will show you how to do that. So the trick is whenever we have an equation like u times f of x plus v times f of some expression in terms of x like g of x, and then this equals h of x. In that case, it's really helpful to replace x with g of x. It usually helps us to solve for f of x. It doesn't work all the time, but it usually does. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace x with g of x, which in our case is 1 over x. So if I replace x with 1 over x, we will have 4 times f of 1 over x plus 1 over x times f of 1 over x, and this equals 1 over x plus 1. So we have two equations, this one and the given equation. So let's go ahead and rewrite these two together to have a system of equations. So we have 4 times f of x plus x times f of 1 over x equals x plus 1. And we have 4 times f of 1 over x plus 1 over x times f of 1 over x, which is just x. And this equals 1 over x plus 1. Now, notice that in both of these two equations, we have f of x and we have f of 1 over x. So basically, we have a system of equations in terms of f of x and f of 1 over x. And since we want to solve for f of x, we need to get rid of f of 1 over x. But we have x as the coefficient of f of 1 over x in the first equation, and we have 4 in the second equation. And the thing is, if we want to eliminate f of 1 over x, we need to have the same coefficients. So in order to have that, let's go ahead and multiply the first equation by 4, and let's multiply the second equation by x. In that way, we will have 4x as the coefficient of f of 1 over x in both of the equations. So we will have 16 f of x plus 4x f of 1 over x equals 4x plus 4. And we will have 4x f of 1 over x plus f of x equals 1 plus x. So now that we have this expression in both of the equations, we can simply subtract the second equation from the first one to get rid of that expression. So if we do that, this and this will cancel out, and we will be left with 15 times f of x equals 3x plus 3. And from here, to solve for f of x, we need to divide both sides by 15 to get 3x plus 3 over 15, which reduces to x plus 1 over 5. So we found out f of x, and now we can replace x with 2014. So we get f of 2014 equals 2014 plus 1 divided by 5, which equals 2015 over 5, which equals 2000 over 5 plus 15 over 5, which are some simple calculations. So this equals 400, and this equals 3, so we have 403. So f of 2014 equals 403. And this should bring us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video. Please consider subscribing for more contents like this, and hit the like button if you find this video helpful. Hopefully, I will see you later. Goodbye for now.